How the explosion of cryptocurrency is changing the nature of financial crimes. The Justice Department has announced its largest ever financial seizure. We're talking billions in Bitcoin.
Thanks to a coordinated international effort, Justice Department prosecutors and agents have disrupted a busy corner of this criminal ecosystem.
Here in East Texas, according to federal prosecutors, the 27-year-old man was indicted Thursday in Tyler.
Money laundering. It's a practice as old as currency itself. But in the last decade, it's undergone a radical transformation. For centuries, criminals relied on cash. It was anonymous, untraceable, and easily moved across borders. The classic techniques involved complex networks of shell companies, casinos, and even legitimate businesses. But cash had its limitations. It was bulky, difficult to transport in large quantities, and increasingly scrutinized by financial regulators. Then, in 2009, everything changed. Bitcoin emerged, promising a decentralized, borderless financial system. While its creator, Satoshi Nakamoto, envisioned a tool for financial freedom, others saw an opportunity. In 2011, the Silk Road launches, becoming the first major dark web marketplace to use Bitcoin for transactions. In 2013, the Liberty Reserve, a digital currency service, is shut down after laundering an estimated $6 billion. In 2016, the DAO hack results in 50 million of Ethereum stolen, highlighting the vulnerability of smart contracts. In 2018, North Korean hackers allegedly steal 571 million in cryptocurrencies. And in 2022, criminals launder an estimated 8.6 billion worth of cryptocurrency. In just over a decade, crypto-based financial crime has exploded from a theoretical concern to a multi-billion-dollar reality. The same features that make cryptocurrencies innovative, decentralization, pseudonymity, and rapid cross-border transactions, have also made them attractive to those looking to hide the origins of illicit funds. But as the methods of laundering evolve, so too do the techniques to combat it. In the digital age, the cat-and-mouse game between criminals and law enforcement has entered a new, high-stakes phase. As we dive deeper into the world of crypto-based money laundering, we'll explore the cutting-edge techniques used by both sides in this ongoing financial arms race.
He had become a celebrity. There is no question. One of the richest people on the planet, and certainly one of the youngest rich people on the planet.
He was on the cover of Fortune this year being compared to Warren Buffett.
30-year-old billionaire Sam Bankman-Fried, better known as SBF, saw a meteoric rise as crypto's golden boy.
The more time I spent with Sam, the smarter I felt that he was.
News overnight, Sam Bankman-Fried is now in custody in the Bahamas.
His $32 billion cryptocurrency exchange, FTX, goes bankrupt in a matter of days. $8.9 billion in customer funds are missing.
To understand how criminals exploit cryptocurrencies, we need to dive into the mechanics of crypto's deception. At its core, this process aims to break the link between the source of funds and their final destination. While Bitcoin and many other cryptocurrencies offer pseudonymity, their transactions are recorded on a public ledger. This transparency can be both a feature and a vulnerability for those seeking to hide their financial trails. Enter two key players in the world of crypto obfuscation: privacy coins and mixing services. Privacy coins, such as Monero and Zcash, are designed with anonymity as a core feature. Unlike Bitcoin, these cryptocurrencies obscure transaction details by default. Take Monero, for example. It uses a technique called ring signatures to mix a user's transaction with those of others, making it nearly impossible to trace the true source of funds. Mixing services, also known as tumblers, offer a way to obscure the trail of cryptocurrencies, like Bitcoin. Here's how they work. Users send their cryptocurrencies to the mixer. The mixer pools these funds with those from other users. It then sends equivalent amounts back to the users, but from different addresses. This process breaks the on-chain link between the source and destination of funds. In practice, sophisticated criminals often use a combination of these techniques, creating a labyrinth of transactions that's extremely difficult to untangle. Let's look at a real-world example: Tornado Cash, one of the most notorious mixing services in crypto history. Launched in 2019, Tornado Cash quickly became the go-to tool for those looking to obscure the source of their Ethereum and ERC20 tokens. By 2022, it had processed over $7 billion in transactions. Here's how it operated. Users would deposit a fixed amount of crypto into the Tornado Cash smart contract. The smart contract mixes this with funds from other users. Users can then withdraw the same amount to a new address, breaking the on-chain link. The scale of Tornado Cash's operations eventually drew the attention of regulators. In August 2022, the US Treasury sanctioned the protocol, citing its use in laundering over $455 million stolen by North Korean hackers. While mixing services like Tornado Cash have legitimate privacy uses, a significant portion of their volume has been linked to illicit activities. Chainalysis estimates that about 30% of funds entering mixers come from criminal sources, but crypto obfuscation doesn't stop at mixers and privacy coins. Sophisticated money launderers often employ a technique called chain hopping. This involves converting funds between different cryptocurrencies and moving them across multiple blockchain networks. Each hop makes the trail harder to follow, especially when privacy coins or decentralized exchanges are involved. The result is a complex web of transactions that can span dozens of wallets, multiple cryptocurrencies, and several blockchain networks. For investigators, unraveling this web is like solving a multi-dimensional puzzle where the pieces are constantly shifting. As we'll see in the next section, this technological arms race between criminals and investigators is pushing the boundaries of blockchain analysis and financial forensics. But this battle between criminals and investigators isn't just a technical challenge, it's a global one. Our first stop on this digital journey is a map of the major crypto laundering hotspots. Dubai and Hong Kong emerge as the new Dubai-Kong axis, where lax regulations make them ideal for obscuring the origins of digital assets. Evidence from a study suggests that the US may have surpassed Switzerland as the international banking center of choice for corrupt transactions, with relatively weak anti-money laundering and counter-terrorism measures and significant financial secrecy. Russia takes center stage in our crypto crime map, but for a different reason. It's become a world leader in ransomware attacks, with cybercriminals generating an estimated $1.4 billion from crypto-related criminal activity in recent years. China claims the top spot for total fraud, with a staggering $2.3 billion in crypto-related crimes. The country's ban on cryptocurrency trading hasn't deterred bad actors from exploiting the technology, but perhaps no single actor has exploited the crypto space for illicit gains more effectively than North Korea. Over the past decade, the Hermit Kingdom has been linked to nearly $1.6 billion in crypto-related criminal activities. Their playbook is as sophisticated as it is brazen. State-sponsored hacking groups, like the infamous Lazarus Group, target cryptocurrency exchanges worldwide. They've been implicated in at least 10 separate hacking incidents, with some exchanges hit multiple times. A key part of their strategy involves using mixing services to obscure the origin of stolen cryptocurrencies. These mixers, or tumblers, pull funds from multiple sources, making it extremely difficult to trace the original source. By employing these techniques across different cryptocurrencies, from Bitcoin to privacy coins, North Korean operatives can effectively launder massive amounts of digital assets. The cross-border nature of cryptocurrencies makes enforcement incredibly difficult. Transactions can involve multiple jurisdictions in seconds, each with its own legal framework. Countries are taking varied approaches to regulation. Some, like Japan, have embraced crypto with clear regulatory frameworks. Others, like China, have opted for strict bans. This lack of global consensus complicates enforcement efforts. From the Dubai-Kong axis to the sophisticated operations of North Korean hackers, It's a high-stakes game of technological cat and mouse, played out on a global scale. It begs the question, can regulators keep pace with the crypto criminals? As cryptocurrency-based financial crime evolves, so too do the tools to combat it. We're witnessing a technological arms race between those who seek to obscure the flow of digital assets and those determined to track them. For every advancement in laundering tech, there's a countermove in the tracking world. Enter blockchain analytics tools. These powerful platforms can analyze vast amounts of transaction data, identifying patterns and linking seemingly unrelated wallets. But the real game changer: artificial intelligence. AI-powered analytics can process and analyze blockchain data at a scale and speed impossible for human investigators. Machine learning algorithms can detect subtle patterns indicative of laundering, even as criminals constantly adapt their techniques. These AI tools are becoming increasingly sophisticated, capable of tracking funds across multiple blockchains, and even predicting future money laundering attempts. While regulated exchanges require Know Your Customer (KYC) procedures, peer-to-peer transactions can occur with little to no identifying information. KYC, or Know Your Customer, is a process that verifies the identity of customers in the financial world. In crypto, many exchanges now require users to provide identification before trading, similar to opening a bank account. This helps combat money laundering, but goes against the original anonymous nature of cryptocurrencies, creating tension between privacy and regulation. International bodies such as the Financial Action Task Force, FATF, are working to establish global standards for crypto regulation, but implementation and enforcement vary widely between countries. This technological arms race is far from over, and its outcome will shape the future of both cryptocurrency and global finance. But what does the future hold for this digital financial frontier? The next one in this technological arms race may be quantum computing. This revolutionary technology promises to solve complex problems at unprecedented speeds. But it's a double-edged sword. Quantum computers could potentially break current encryption methods, posing new challenges for privacy and security in the crypto space. But they could also revolutionize our ability to analyze complex blockchain data and enable new quantum-resistant cryptography and supercharge our ability to detect financial crimes. As quantum technology develops, both crypto criminals and law enforcement are racing to harness its power. The race is on to develop quantum-resistant blockchains before quantum computers become a practical threat. But quantum isn't the only frontier. Decentralized finance, or DeFi, is rapidly reshaping the crypto landscape. They are like a digital version of traditional financial services, but without banks. It uses smart contracts, self-executing agreements written in code to allow people to lend, borrow, or trade cryptocurrencies directly with each other. While this offers more financial freedom, it also creates new opportunities for fraud and manipulation that regulators are struggling to address. DeFi's permissionless nature makes it a prime target for criminals. They are now laundering funds through decentralized finance platforms and non-fungible tokens, NFTs. To counter this growing threat, the EU, for instance, has adopted new rules extending anti-money laundering, AML, regulations to crypto asset transfers. This will require crypto asset service providers to collect and make accessible information about senders and beneficiaries, regardless of the transaction amount. Recent high-profile cases such as the trial of Sam Bankman-Fried remind us the crypto world is not immune to fraud and manipulation. For every new regulation or tracking technology, criminals develop new evasion techniques. For every shuttered darknet market, new ones emerge. But at the heart of this arms race is a much bigger question. How much privacy should people have in their financial transactions? On one side, regulators argue that stricter controls are necessary to stop crime. On the other, privacy advocates warn that too much oversight could destroy one of crypto's core values, financial freedom. The future of crypto laundering will likely depend on this balance. Will governments gain full control over crypto transactions, or will new privacy technologies keep financial anonymity alive? One thing is certain: as long as there's value to be gained, there will be those who seek to game the system. The challenge lies in harnessing the innovative potential of cryptocurrencies while mitigating their risks.
Sam Bankman-Fried perpetrated one of the biggest financial frauds in American history, a multi-billion-dollar scheme designed to make him the king of crypto. But here's the thing. The cryptocurrency industry might be new. The players like Sam Bankman-Fried might be new. But this kind of fraud, this kind of corruption is as old as time, and we have no patience for it.
In this digital financial frontier, the only constant is change. And as we've seen, understanding this rapidly evolving landscape is the first step in navigating its future. Thank you for watching, for your patience and support, and see you in the next one.